All right, we made it back home from Costa Rica. Got the hat, and I finally had to do it. I had to cut the old bracelet off. I was kind of holding on to it. I think I was just not ready to leave yet. What a fun trip. We were a day late getting to Costa Rica because the weather was so crazy coming from Dallas. So I played in Dallas at the Gentle Creek Country Club, and we had an encore. We played like an hour over, and we had to drive back. Like, it was midnight by the time we got done. So we were driving back from Dallas all the way to San Antonio. Actually, we had to come home first, get our bags, then go to San Antonio, get on a plane. And by the time we made it to San Antonio, we were like an hour late, and there was nothing they could do. So we had to pretty much reschedule the flight for the next morning, come back home, sleep, which I was thankful that we were getting some rest, turn around, head back to the airport at like, I think we left at 2 in the morning. Then we finally got to Costa Rica. Actually, we flew to Miami first, then we went to Costa Rica, and the party had already started pretty much. There was already a day that we missed, and we were a little bummed, but once we got there, everything was great. The first day was the second day. Our first day was the second day of the festival, and we got there just in time to make it on the stage. I mean, I'm talking, by the time we got there, got our stuff in the room, I had 15 minutes to hit the stage. And from the room to the stage, it's not really that close. So we really had to hurry. And I got on stage, and we did a real quick sound check. And I played guitar for Mario Flores. Mario is an incredible singer, and he's from San Antonio. He's one of my best friends. Our show was song swap, so I would play one of his songs, and then I would do one of my songs, and that's kind of how our show went for the first day. And it was great. The crowd was it was a huge crowd, and I think all in all there was like 1,400 people that signed up to go on this trip, and I knew almost everyone that was there. It was so awesome. And then once we got done with that show, we ended up going to the pool, seeing all of our friends, and it started raining in the pool, but we didn't care. We were already wet anyway, and we were just having a really good time seeing friends. And then we went back and got ready and took off to the white party, which where everybody's dressed in white, and we started just kind of going out and seeing different shows. And there were so many great artists that are just so talented. Josh Weathers got up and sang, and he did I Will Always Love You, and he hits all those high notes. The guy's just amazing, such a great talent. And the Dos Borrachos, they're so talented. Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager, those guys always put on a high energy show. And one of my favorites, my all-time favorites, Texas Unlimited Band. And I used to sing with them years ago over at Moe's Place in Katy. And I was so excited to hear that they were on the bill with us. And I actually got up and did a little picking with them. It was a lot of fun. Day one for us, which was day two, was amazing. We were so glad to be down there. We had been up at that point for like 32 hours, so we were all ready to just crash and get our second win. But day two was even better. We were scheduled. It was me, Doug Moreland, and Randy Brown were scheduled to play at Coco Beach. And if you guys don't know who Doug Moreland is or Randy Brown, the Randy Brown Show. Let me back up there.
Get your monkey on. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and stomp your feet, Mr. Doug Moreland on the fiddle.
Doug Moreland is an incredible fiddle player, singer-songwriter. He is an awesome chainsaw artist. He carves some really neat stuff. You guys got to check him out. Doug Moreland. Look up Doug Moreland. Look up The Randy Brown Show. And Randy is just a great experience. Whenever we go and hang out, it's always a good time. He's always got you laughing. So that's half the reason I barely have a voice right now, is because Doug and Randy had me laughing the whole time. But we had such a good time. Here's a little snippet from Coco Beach just to show you how cool it was. All right. So this place don't suck. It's pretty awesome. This is where we're playing, right there on that stage, and they're setting the PA up right now, and I'm going to be playing with Doug Moreland, Randy Brown, and Mario Flores he just got here. They just came back from fishing and said they caught some fish. It's just awesome down here. Time slows down, and I mean, look at this. Just awesome. Anyway, I almost fell off the rock. It's life in Costa Rica. I'm content to be rolling like a rolling stone. I'm never gonna go back home. No, I'm never gonna go back home. No, I'm not that. I'm never gonna go back home. Gonna get a little rum-dum, 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 rum-dum. Gonna get a little rum-dum, yeah. Let's go down to Alabama and let's go see my dear old man. Frying eggs and cooking ham, I said that's what I like about the South. Just for a tender while, I kiss the smile upon her face. The mission bell told me, yes, I couldn't stay south of the border, down to Mexico way. So Coco Beach was incredible. Then we had to hurry back because I was scheduled to play with Mario again, and we barely made it back in time. I'm talking like he was already on stage. He had already done his sound check. Like I had like 5 minutes to get plugged in and go, and we hit the stage, and this time I was playing with Mario and Joni Jack. She is incredible. If you don't know who she is, she's totally worth the Google. Check her out. Her music and her singing is angelical. It's just so good. Her husband Aleph played guitar. He is just super incredible. He plays guitar with Roger Krager, and he plays fiddle too. And we actually had we had a jam session. It was like a after hours jam session by the pool, and we all just sang old favorite country songs, and probably had a group of 50 just sitting around us, and what a blast. So much fun. I got to do a song that I wrote with Mario called Lone Star Heaven. We did that one, and we did a handful of other songs that he does, and Joni and I did a song that is very special to me because it's a song that I used to sing with my sister called Rockin' Years. It's the old Ricky Van Shelton and Dolly Parton song. And it was her idea to do this, and I'm so glad that she suggested it, and we did it. It was a success. It was so awesome. It was such a good experience being on that stage playing with so many talented individuals. After that, we ended up just going around and listening to all the different music. DJ Do was throwing down some really good beats in the little American country bar that we were hanging out in. And then after that, we pretty much called it a night, got up for day 3, which was actually day 4 of the festival, and we went to the monkey bar with some friends. And on the way there, we got to see the monkeys, and Katrina had a monkey actually jump on her back and reach over and get food out of her hand, which was so cool to see. And we saw a monkey dancing. Here's a little snippet of the monkeys. I think you'll like this.
What is he playing with up there?
Then after we went to the we went to the monkey bar, and I waited like 2 hours for my spaghetti, my seafood spaghetti. For some reason, I guess the guy forgot to turn it in. Everyone else got to eat. I mean, I did get to taste some of the red snapper, and let me tell you, that was amazing. And someone had a leftover quesadilla. I got to eat that. And then we're sitting there, and these two amigos come riding up on horseback. You would never believe who it was. It was the Randy Brown Show, and it was Mike Grimes. It was the Frio Vodka Rio Agave Tequila boys, and they were in rare form, and we had such a good time hanging out. They just turned the whole place into a party. It was a lot of fun. Check this out. Here they come up on the trail. Then on the way back, we took a shortcut, and there was some, people, just locals that were selling stuff, and there was a place that you could get a massage, and sure enough, I stopped in for a massage, and it was amazing. It was incredible, and you could hear the waves crashing at the same time. It was just, and there was a little breeze coming through. It was perfect. And Katrina went to the pool. There was music there. She went ahead of me and went to the pool, and when I got done, I went over trying to find her, and it took me a while to find her because there's not just one pool. There's like 2 or 3 different pools, and there's a lot of people. So once the first pool I went to, it was like, Jason, come on in, and I'm like, where's my wife? and they're like, we haven't seen her. I'm like, I'm going to the next pool. So then I'd go to the next pool, and finally I found some friends that saw her and said, oh yeah, we saw her over here, and ended up meeting up with her and listening to some music in the pool, visiting with friends. And then after that, we ended up going back and getting ready for the grand finale. The grand finale was just amazing. She actually surprised me and had Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager, the Dos Borrachos, sing me happy birthday in front of everyone. And that was a lot of fun. And then after that, we all ended up grabbing some stogies and going over and just sitting around and passing the guitar around. And we jammed until like 3:30 in the morning. And to me, that was my favorite part of the whole night. We had Roger Krager, Kevin Fowler, Paul Overstreet, Mario Flores. We had Corinne Mari. She is incredible. She did a great job. We had Courtney Patton. We had David Lewis and Django Walker. It was amazing. We all passed the guitar around. Doug Moreland's guitar, and Doug did a great job. He played fiddle with all of us, and what a great night. What an epic trip. If you guys ever get to go on this trip, you need to, and it'll be a trip of a lifetime for you. But what an epic way to ring in my 50th birthday. Thank you, Big Beach Fest. Thank you, everyone, for the hospitality, for the memories. I love y'all, and we'll see you again down in Costa Rica.